What's good, YouTube? Tinywavegod here. Today I got a really cool story time. This is a more personal one, not much crazy shit, but I wanted to share it anyways with y'all. I do not mix my ex. I do not mix my ex. This is just, the title is just classic clickbait, but I promise y'all the story is worth listening to. So, just relaxing. Let's take this ride together. So let's take it back all the way back to 2012, when LeBron was in Miami, the good old days. Back then in Puerto Rico, middle school was from like 7th to 9th grade, and I had just moved to my grandma's house, which is in a whole different city from where I was raised. Where I was raised, it's more like a hood environment, and in my grandma's house it was more country-ish. So I did not know anybody in the school besides my cousin who went there, so at least I wasn't totally alone, but I was still kind of nervous about how I would do in this new city, because it's so much different than what I was used to. Like, these dudes, they riding horses and shit. Back at home we would just play ball and play PlayStation and just stay in the house, hope to not get shot, I guess. So back then I would just add everybody on Facebook. So from having this girl as a mutual friend of my cousin, I'd added her, but I didn't really talk to her or anything. I just wanted to fill up my friend list, and I didn't even remember having her until school started when I saw her. So I saw her, and my cousin knew her. So in the second week, I was walking with my cousin, and I told him, hey, I want to meet her. So one day, just when we were walking by her, talk to her so you can kind of break the ice and I can introduce myself. So he did exactly that. On a day that we walked past her, he stopped her. He started talking to her, and he introduced me. He said that she played basketball, and at the time I was very passionate about basketball. I was on the city's AAU team because I did the tryouts in the summer, so they picked me. So I asked her if she was in that AAU team, like the girls version, and she was like, nah, I play AAU, but it's in the city right next to us. I'm calling it AAU. It's not really AAU, but it's like the equivalent of what AAU is in USA. So yeah, I got to know her. I got to know her name and shit. She got to see who I was, and hopefully I would go from there. Like, I would keep talking to her. Like, I had all year. I wasn't in a hurry. I didn't pick up her number or anything because, I was gonna see this girl every day. I just wanted to take things easy. As the days went by, I was just kind of wave at her, smile. I wasn't gonna be too pushy about it. Like, I was just gonna wait for the right moment to engage in a serious conversation with her. So on recess, I went to the basketball court in the school, and she was there. She was playing twos. I said, what's up? I got next. And after that, we got to be in the team, because the dude that was playing with her, he left because he was hungry. So I told her I wanted to be on her team so I could talk to her a little bit more. So lucky for me, we played some bum ass dudes. Like, these dudes made me look like a basketball god. Like, I was crossing them up. They were double teaming me because obviously they were not gonna play hard on the girl. So they were double teaming me, and I just couldn't be stopped. And eventually I would just pass her out to her. She had a nice jump shot. Like, to this day, I think she still does. Like, she had a wet jump shot. I'm more of a drive to the lane. That's why I stopped playing, because everybody grew, and as I stayed short, my driving to the lane game, it was just not effective anymore. But anyways, the game ended. We only had about 10 minutes left before going to class. So I asked if I could walk her to class. She said sure, and that's when I really got to show her who I was as a person. And at the time, I was not too mature. Like, she was a year older than me, and I just started talking to her, and it made me realize, like, damn, she's probably out of my league. Like, this girl is way too mature for her age. After that day, we basically hang out at lunch every day, and she told me that she had just broken up with her ex. And normally, like, just if it's just any bitch, like, that's money. Like, you can take advantage of the situation. Like, but knowing she was super mature for her age, I knew that shit was gonna just postpone my, I don't know how you say that shit, postpone my plans to like eventually turn into more friends. Like, I knew it was gonna take a long ass time, but it was worth the wait. Like, I could tell that this girl was not like other girls. So fast forward to Valentine's Day, which was also her birthday. I got her a nice teddy bear and some flowers, all that goofy shit, you know. We still wasn't nothing official. It was just all in my head, like I was in love with her. But deep down, I knew I was in the friend zone. I knew that I was in the friend zone, but I just like I never talked about it. So about 2 days later, after Valentine's, I asked her like, it's been a few months. I'm really into you, but we haven't really talked about it that way. So I just want to know if I'm wasting my time. Like, are you feeling this? Like, are we just gonna be friends? And she was really nice about it. She told me that she she just wanted to be friends. Like, I was really cool. She liked hanging out with me, but nothing more than that. And me being immature at the time, I got really mad and just ghosted her. I completely stopped talking to her after that. Like, I would walk by her and pretend she wasn't even there. Like, that's just me being a total dumbass. So for months, we didn't really talk, and like, I just got used to not talking to her anymore. Like, I would hang out with my cousins, other friends. I had other bitches at the time, and I just completely shut her off out of my life. After a few months, it was like already made, like the last days of school, and I just skipped class. Like, it's the last day of school. I'm not gonna be out here in class when I already done all my shit. I'm just gonna go to the basketball court and play some tools or play 3-on-3. Let's see what I find there. So when I got there, like, just how I met her, she was there. She was playing basketball, and I wasn't gonna act like I ain't see her. Like, I'm gonna play against her. Like, what the hell was I gonna do? I wasn't gonna let her open. Like, this bitch friends on me. Like, you're getting clamped, chased down black against the fucking backboard with no poster eyes on your ass. Just kidding. But I saw her, and as the game started, it was 3-on-3, and of course I chose to guard her. I wanted to guard her. I wanted to say some shit, talk a little bit of trash, because she was a trash talker when it came to playing basketball. So as I'm guarding her, she like, you're not gonna let me score? And me being on my Drake shit, I said, I'll let you break my ankles if you want, I still got love for you. And she started laughing. She was like, man, you're corny. But things just felt like when we started talking, just those few words, that we just clicked. Like, back then, like, not anymore, but back then we would just click like that. So I got butterflies in my stomach, all that stupid shit. So after we played a few games, I told her, like, to go to the other hoop and play twos because in that court they were playing threes, and I just wanted to have her on my team, and that's it. So we went there, we finally got beat, and I told her, let's go to the lobby. So we went to the lobby, and we just sat down at, like, this little bench that was at the lobby, and we just catch up, like, how you been, what you been up to. Like, she was like, are you done pretending I don't exist? And I just laughed, and I was like, damn, this girl really take my swag down. Like, I can't play with this shit. Like, she know me too well. So it's finally 3 o'clock. That's like when we got out of school, and finally time to go home. And she walked me to the, I don't know fucking say it, the entrance of the school. Cause I had to walk my ass home. Like, I was never out. Back then, if you walked your ass home, you was poor. But if your parents came pick you up, you was probably rich. And obviously, this bitch, she was gonna get picked up. So I was gonna walk home, and she like hugged me, and she said, I really enjoy my time. Like, please don't disappear on me again. Text me when you get home. Shit, I got excited. Like, she ain't never talked to me like that before that. So I was like, that John Wall interview when he's like, I ain't never seen you act like this before. Like, that's what came to my mind at the moment. I went home, and like, I got a shower, took a shower, all that shit, and I texted her. And we started texting back and forth, and she was like, you're a really good friend. Like, I missed you, but you didn't really want to talk to me. And I was like, well, honestly, I just can't be your friend without having any hope that it could be more than that. And she's like, yeah, I understand. And then, like, she started spitting game to me, and I was like, hold up. And me Being a young dumbass, I just sent her like a romantic ass song, and she actually liked it, and she was like, man, I don't know why I never gave you a chance. And I was like, I told her that I ask myself the same thing every day. And she actually responded with like, you know what, let's do it. I want to give you the chance. Like, you've really earned it, and you've shown me that you really care about me. Bro, when I tell you, I've never ran this fast in my life. 4 seconds after that, I was in my friend's house. I was knocking on his door like, dude, you gotta listen to this shit. He come out, he's sleeping and shit. He told me, what's up, what's up? And I'm like, bro, she said she's gonna give me a chance. I had to cut that bit off because I said her name. Goddamn. So I told my friend, like, she said she was gonna give me a chance. And he's like, what? I said, like, yeah, the girl, she said she was gonna give me a chance. And he's like, oh, that's cool, man, but like, just watch your heart, like, keep it chill. You don't know if she's just playing, like, this girl, like, the last time she dubbed you. So I was like, yeah, for sure, like, you're right. I'm just gonna calm down, just gonna see what happens. So, we talked for a few weeks, like, we were just like friends with benefit, but at the time we were just kids, so we didn't really kiss or anything like that. You know what my dumbass did just 2 months after making it official with her? Y'all gonna hate me. I moved to the USA, to my dad's house, because I wanted to play basketball, because I had dreams of being a college player and maybe NBA. Like, at the time, for me, the sky was the limit, so I chose to leave. Like, maybe shit would have been a lot different if I stayed, but I try not to look back on my decisions. Like, my decisions got me to where I'm at today, and I'm happy of where I'm at today. Back then, like, maybe if the technology was like it is now, maybe I could have talked to her a little bit more. But back then, like, using phones was not as common. And, like, I didn't really have a phone. I just had an iPod, and I used Kik to talk to her, and it just didn't work. There wasn't no FaceTime, none of that. Like, there was FaceTime, but everybody just had Android phones, so there was no way I could have talked to her through camera. For that whole year, 8th grade, I never talked to her, and I ain't really talked to other girls or anything like that. I was focused on basketball, school and shit. Like, my best year, like, responsibly wise, was when I lived with my dad in 8th grade. So after that year was done, like, I moved back to my mom's house because I was having some issues with my stepmom, and I was really done with basketball because I knew I wasn't gonna be 6 feet tall or anything. So, like, there was no point in living in there. So I went back and I moved to my grandma's house again. But the second semester, I moved back to the city where I'm living right now, where I'm from. And that's when I met my girl. And I'm in second year in college, and I'm still with that girl from 9th grade, bro. Like, she's really the love of my life. Like, that's why I'm telling her I don't mix my ex. Like, the title is just clickbait, but the story is actually fun to tell, so I'm telling y'all anyways. Fast forward to 10th grade, me and my girl, we were in a dark place. Like, I was young, she was young too, and it was getting to my head because people would tell me all the time, oh, like, you're so young, you gotta go out there and, like, meet new people. Like, don't waste your young years just with one girl. And it just eventually got to me. And that summer of 10th grade, like before 11th grade, I went on a vacation to my dad's house. For like a month, and shit with my girl just hit the ceiling. We broke up, and me being all over there, like, lonely and shit, in a whole different country, like, I didn't enjoy that vacation at all. But I just started wondering, and I searched my ex up. So I searched it up, and I DM'd her. I gave her my number, and I said, hey, I texted your old number. I think you changed it, so if you want to talk, like, you can hit me up. And this was, I think it was 2016 when LeBron won the finals, and NAB was just really starting to get recognition. I found out about NAB because of a tutorial by a guy named Justin Amoy, because I was playing with FL Studio and shit. He told me to call her. Instead of texting, she just said call me because I'm driving. So I called her, we talked for a little bit, and I told her like how had she been, all that shit, I missed her. And all that bullshit. I didn't really miss her. Like I'm still with a girl, like even though we're broken up, like she's still my girl. So it was just me bullshitting her. And she's like, oh, I miss you too. And I feel the same, but I know that you just broke up with your girl, so it don't really get your hopes up thinking that something's gonna happen between us, because it's gonna take a long time. I didn't really mind. I was just happy to talk to her, and I actually told her, hey, if LeBron wins the finals, I'm gonna go out with you when I get back home. If the Warriors win, we go out on your time. And she's like, since I know Curry's gonna win, I'm gonna let you have it. Like, if LeBron wins, we're going out when you say so. Obviously, LeBron won that year, but as soon as I got back, like me and my girls just got back together. I fell in love again, so I stopped talking to her, to my ex. We never meet up. So fast forward another year, 2017, when the damn Hurricane Maria came. Me and my girl had broken up that summer again. Like, there's just something up with me and my girl in the summers, bro. Like, thank God this summer it was good. Thank God, because I can't take another summer of that shit. So we had broken up a few months before the hurricane, and when the hurricane came, my girl moved to Virginia and I moved to Orlando. At this point, I really thought it was over. Like, we were way too far away to make it work. So I lived in Orlando from 2017 in November until March 2018, when I moved to my grandma's house again. Yeah, bro, I move every single fucking year. Don't judge. Poor people problem. And this time I have been single for a long time. I didn't really go out that much in Orlando. I just worked, so I ain't met no girl or anything. And since I knew it was temporary that I was gonna be there, I didn't really try to get girls over there. Like, I would just go to work, go home, play 2K, all that shit. So I moved back to my grandma's house, and I shot my shot with my ex again. Like, I was like, all right, this time I can really see what's gonna happen. Like, I've been on this bullshit since 7th grade. Like, let's see what happens this time. I text her, and she was like always. She's super cool. Like, we would go out, like, to eat. Like, this girl was fancy, bro. Like, she made me feel like I was too poor to be with her. Like, she didn't make me feel that way, but just go into her house and see her in her house how it was. Like, she had money. She had a brand new Acura that her mom got her. Like, me, I still don't got a car, bruh. Like, that shit, it fucked with my mind a little bit, but she was super humble. She never made me feel like I was less or anything. So we went to the gym. We went to restaurants, just like cool stuff like that. We was taking it slow. Like, we was just being really good friends. I went to church with her one time. I don't like going to church, but I did it for her. And she was getting serious, but like she was getting pretty serious. But y'all gonna hate me. She probably hates me too. My girl went back home, bro. You know how it is with time, bro. Like, nothing beats time, bro. Like, the new girl can have it all, but like, my girl is my first girlfriend, bro. Like, it's the love of my life. Like, I won't change her for anybody. Like, fucking Kylie Jenner can come. Well, Kylie Jenner is a billionaire, so I think my girl and I would just finesse her money, and I would still be with my girl. Like, I won't change her, bro. So before my girl came, I enrolled myself in the college where my ex was, probably because of her, because I've never really been that much about college. I was gonna study anyways, but not like a whole 4-year college thing. Like, that's just not who I am. So when my girl went back, I changed everything, bro. Like, I dropped out of the college before it even started, and I enrolled in a vocational school where I'm currently at to be closer to my girl. I got a job in the city where I'm from, and not even a month in the job, I told my mom, let's move. Like, let's risk it all. Like see if it works. And thank God it worked. In a good situation right now, in a good apartment here. But I just took the leave without even knowing how many hours I was gonna get. And we moved back to the city where I'm from, so I could be like just 3 minutes away from my girl, like I am right now. So we moved back, and just everything changed, bro. I changed college, changed city, got a job, all that shit. And like, I've been with girls for like 4 years, bro. Like, yeah, we've had our breaks, but besides that, like, it feel like forever, bro. And not in a bad way, just in a good way. Once you get to the point where I'm at, like, we're about to get married, bro. Like, you're not gonna throw that away for the possibility of starting something new with a girl and possibly it not going well, and you lose out on everything, bro. Like, you're not gonna change like a lifetime for just a little bit of curiosity. So I'm sorry to that girl that I did her that shit again, but I'm sorry. Just she probably knows that I was gonna do it again, because me and my girl is just different, bro. So that's it, bro. That's the end of the story. After I went back to my girl and moved to the city, to my hometown again, like, I ain't talked to her ever since. I hope she doing fine, bro. I hope she finds a good guy, because she really is a special girl. But you know, my girl more special, bro. Like, I love my girl. So that's it, bro. That's the end of the story, you know. Nothing too crazy, just something I wanted to talk to y'all about, you know. I thought it would be fun to listen to. To all my young guys, just save yourself, bro. Like, don't date until after high school. That's just my best advice. Unless you like me, bro, you're probably gonna meet someone in ninth grade and be with them forever, and you'll be happy. But most guys, they're just not with that lifestyle. I am, and I'm happy where I'm at. So that's it. tinywavegod. tinywavegod. Jeez, I can't even say my name right. Like, y'all excuse me, bro. Like, my first language is Spanish, but I'm doing this shit in English because eventually I want to move back to Virginia. So yeah, tinywavegod. I'm out.
En punto de la noche y salgo como de costumbre. Prendas en diamantes que siguen cuando me alumbre. Me diferencio de la muchedumbre. A mi estilo puede que no te acostumbre.